Hello. Hi, Alan. Wow, what
Hi.
a t-shirt. What a t-shirt.
Yeah, the sweatshirt from the cold in my
So
house.
what is it?
It's a sample. I have a bunch of these in my office. I have
But what is
hundreds.
it? What
This
is
is
it from
Arizona.
Montana,
Arizona.
Arizona? No,
Arizona.
it says Montana there.
Arizona. Keeps me warm. That's all that
No,
counts.
but let me look at the beginning. It says Montana.
It says air. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe Montana.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Montana. Okay.
yeah.
You're right. I didn't
Give
even
it,
know. I have so many of them. I took home.
give
I have.
it to Kenny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right, Kenny, right. Yeah. 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 I
No,
think
the
he's
reason
the only. He's
there
the
were
only.
so many messages today is because Ernie sends an email for the Tsurva and he puts the title March 15.
Oh, yeah.
So I wrote to him, you must have made a typo because today's the 14th.
Right.
But now I think it's all corrected.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh, Kenny, look at Alan's t-shirt.
Let me see.
Sure. No, but you have to get up or something.
Hold on. There you are. Oh, look at that. Eula Panthers. Go Adina Alter. Oh, Montana State. The Bobcats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bobby. Which city is Montana State?
Bozeman. Bozeman.
Oh, Bozeman. Oh, Bozeman. Yeah.
It's a great college town.
What part of the state is it
Bozeman
in?
has 30,000 residents, and of them, 16,000 are students.
3,000 or what?
Yeah. It's a great city.
Harold, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi, welcome
Hey,
back.
buddy. Hi, thank you. It's good to be back. Hey,
Harold, are you going to what's his name tomorrow night to the fish
yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
we'll miss, I guess we either will, I'll hope to go also. Unless I go, I don't know, what time is it tomorrow night? Maybe we'll get back in time.
That's a good question. I don't know what time it is. What time is the fish thing tomorrow? Do you know?
No.
Well, let me just see.
I think it starts at 5 and then
Why don't
5
we do
o'clock.
why don't we do the Daf at 9 o'clock tomorrow night?
Okay, good idea.
I think we're going to.
Uh,
Yeah, it starts at 5. The program's 6:15. So 9, you said?
I think we'll be home by then.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
We'll make it 9 tomorrow night. We used to
Okay.
do 9 every night. So occasionally 9 o'clock, it shouldn't be too bad. So
okay.
we're on Nun Amid Aleph 50. Rav Yossi. Yom Meir Shachar. Now, Rav Yossi was one of the Talmidim of Rav Meir. Are they going to say Rav Meir died, Yehuda got angry, and Yossi Shostak, and Yossi didn't step in and give an answer? Torah Mateel, what will happen to Torah? Rav Yossi. That, because remember we said, why would we have to be told that the Nazir has to take a haircut about a mace, a full corpse, if we've been told that he has to take a haircut for a kazayis from a mace? You would know that from a kavachomer. El Meisha ain't alav kazayis basar. There might be a corpse, which because of deterioration, there's no kazayis basar on it. But if it's a whole corpse, you would still take a haircut. V'adayin yomer al aver megalea. Well, the Mishnah also said that if a limb from a mace, you would become tamei, even though there's no kazayas, al kul kol shekain. Then certainly on a whole mace, even though there's no kazayis, but if for an aver you would take a haircut, you would certainly do it for the whole body. Ela kedam Rav Yochanan. Lo yin yitzchak lo nefel. Shalom niskashrei voro begidin. We're talking about like a miscarried child that the bones and the tendons haven't really formed yet. There's just flesh. Achanami, b'nei for shalom niskashrei voro begidin, that even though there's no aver, and there's no aver min achai or aver min hametz from such a thing, because there's no gidin vatzomas, you can't have a limb without tendons and bones. The corpse itself is matan. That's the chid. Rava Amar different teretz. Lo nitzchu el Rav Binyono or Rav Minyono. That when we said a majority of the structure and number of bones, even though ein b'hem roi vatzomas, even though there isn't a certain amount of bones, that would Rav Minyan of a mace is treated like a mace shalom.
What do we paskin as far as nafil, as far as matame? How many months is a nafil this is matame? What's Rambam paskin?
As long as it's beyond 40 days.
40 days? After 40 days.
After 40 days, it's Maya Ba'alma. Afterwards, it's considered an April.
And that is matame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Al Kazayas Meis, Al Kazayas Neitzel. Ezo Neitzel. Besara Meis, you're talking about flesh of a corpse that got sort of melted, dissolved, and then it coagulated. Umohel, some moisture that came out of a mace, Shehir Tiach. Also, it's sort of coagulated. Now, Hechidami, what's the case? If we don't know for sure that it's coming from the maze, so who cares? Who cares? It's coagulated, it's not coagulated. And Ela Diadin and Dideo, if we know it's from the maze, Avagav Shaloi Karash, it would be Tomei. Amr of Yirmiyah, we're talking about Bistam, we know that it's from the maze. But is it from a part of the maze that's Matame? So eat Karash if it coagulates, Shemoyalhu, it's moisture of a dissolved flesh that is recoagulated. But imlo karish, mucus from the nose and other places, that's not metami because it's not bodily tissue. We know that animals have tumas nevela. Well, yesh neitzel behema or ein neitzel behema. This din that if the flesh liquefies and coagulates, does that exist by a behema as well? Me, I mean, adam. It's a mesora that neitzel is something that comes from a human being. Or maybe neitzel is still treated even by a behema. The tumakala adla kelev. Now, tumachamur of nevela is the fact that it's metame you both by touch and by carrying it. That's as long as even a ger, even a human being, would eat it. If it's less than that, and a human being would not eat it, it wouldn't convey tumah chamura. And tumakala, which means it's metame only other food, that exists ad lekelev. That's until the food is roy achilas kelev. As long as a dog will eat it, it's considered nevel. If the dog won't eat it, it will not convey any kind of tumah. Shapir. So based on that, there's no din of neitzel b'mehema, because once it's dissolved, so a human being won't eat it. So it won't convey tumah to a human being. Elaman do Omar, tumah chamura, ad lachilas kelev. But according to Mandoma, this is tumas chamura remains until achilas kelev. So Ma'ik lamemer, maybe neitzel is roy lachilas kelev, and therefore we have a good question. So Toshma, we're talking about himchu ba'ur. They took chalev, prohibited fat of a nevela, and it got dissolved. Ba'or, using heat, was dissolved. Remains tummy because it's chalev. But nomas b'chama, if it dissolved in the sunlight, there the chalev would not be edible anymore. Tar. The salkedaitich. But if you're going to hold that nevela remains nevela ad lekelev, so a dog would eat it. A filo b'chama nami would, and therefore it should be b'chama tome as well. So the Gemara says, "Amos b'machale." When did it dissolve? Basar das ruach. It became spoiled, and a dog wouldn't eat it. And then it got dissolved b'chama. Even the asra, once it became putrefied, it's like dirt, an animal won't eat it either. It's not achilas kelev, and therefore there's no riot from there. It's not. Kol nitzuk tohor. Nitzuk is a connection between liquids. Let's say you have a kli above and a kli below, and they're connected by liquid. Now this liquid, if one kli is tamei and one kli is tor, doesn't connect the two. Chutz midvash hazipim vatzapiches. A very thick honey and flour mixed up with honey. They're very thick. So it's not even considered noisel. It's not even considered like a stream. And therefore it's considered like one guf, and the tumah is connected. If one kli is tamei, it'll convey tumah to the other kli. Beishamai oimrim, they add, afa mikvashul grisen v'shal pul. Let's say you had a soup made out of kidney beans, other kind of beans. So that would also, because it sort of moves backwards because it's so thick. So boy, what about food? Like fat, it got dissolved. If two kelim are connected by this, is that considered a chibur or not? Mi amrinan, do we say that by the honey and the flour, mishum de ispu riri? Ririm are like strands. Like if you take dough and if you take pizza dough and you pull it apart, it comes out like strands. Bahani lesbu riri, and chayla doesn't have these ririm. Maybe it doesn't. It's not like it. Oidilma, mishum de smichina. It has to do with its viscosity, how thick it is, and fat is thick. So smichina amrava toshma. Chaylev makes Jew sholim. You have a piece of chaylev from a corpse, and there's a kazais. V'tichun, you chopped it up into pieces. Tomei, because it started off as the proper shear. But hayim furad, if it was always small pieces, less than kazayas, and then you added them v'tichun, they're together, tor, because they were never taught in the first place. But the Isak, if you're going to tell me that by food there's no connection, so even by shalom v'tichun namili tar, because if they're not connected through nezila, there's no chibur. Must be, we do say chibur by oichel. Amrav zera, ana umar, great Ravina tirgam hach by skinon, you go into bahari the martechla. When he's heating it up, one of the flames went up under the kli, and that's where the chaylev became not nikrash. The isakul gabadadi. At that point, it was all together, And the reason it's tamei, it has nothing to do with nitzuk. It was a piece of fat that was together when it was heated. Regarding this question, whether there's nitzuk by oichlin or not. Even the soup. Why? They should say sodin lachreya. So the Gemara wants to use this as a proof that there's nitzuk by oichlin. Midi area, it's not connected. Hasam by food. Mishum de samchina. Over there by the other liquids like honey and flour, they're very viscous. Hacha, maybe mishum riri, maybe because of these strands that are in that food. And really, nitzuk only makes a chibur by honey. Things that have riri, but not by food, not by regular food. Okay. Then the Mishnah said, "Va'amole tirvet roket," a certain amount of corpse dust. What's the shear? Kama shiura, chizki mole pisas yad. The amount that fits in your palm. Rav Yechon mole chafna. Anything that fits. Anything that fits in your fist, including the fingers. So that's more than the palm. Tanan mole torvid rekev sha'amru. Yeshno me'ikra it's both l'mala divrei meir. It starts from the base of the fingers up. The chamer mole chafna. No, the whole thing. Bishrav Yechon who k'rav bona. Elachizki k'man who's chizki holding like. Lo k'rav meir v'lo k'rav bona. Amri mole piece of sayad. It's the same as Rav Meir and mole kisher it's supposed to l'mala chat shiura. The amount that goes up to the first finger joint and the male piece of siyad, that's the same definition. It's one shear. I don't know if she brought it up, but my die make sure it's that he's talking about from the base of the fingers above. Maybe it's not above this way, but down this way. Which means just like the palm. And this we don't have an answer, Teku. Okay. Tomorrow, okay, we're going to learn the Tsurba in about 15 minutes, 8 o'clock. Hilchos Kedushas Beis HaKnesses. And